Romans 13, verse 6. Pay your taxes too. For these same reasons, for the government workers need to be paid, they are serving God in what they do. Romans 13:6. What a topical verse right now, right? This actually um hit me right because I am a tax preparer during tax season. So it gave me a chance to really nerd out for a little bit. So, and I won't go into it because this is probably one of the longest devotionals I've ran all year. But let's talk about this a little bit more. In the Roman Empire, taxes were a main part of life. They funded things like public works, the military, etc. The command by Paul to pay their taxes connects to what Jesus talks about in Matthew 22:21, which you can look up. It's emphasizing our role to support governmental structures, even if we don't agree with them. It's about recognizing God's power of earthly authorities and our role to live peaceably with each other. Governing authorities, regardless of personal beliefs or actions, were created to maintain order and justice. The idea of authorities being God's servants shows that God even uses our secular governments to accomplish his plans. In the Roman context, officials were responsible for keeping peace and order, collecting taxes, and administering justice to keep their societies stable. Our devotion to supporting this is to show accountability. Human leaders are not perfect, but they are a part of a bigger plan that is set by God. And it's a call by us to help maintain this standard of integrity and diligence. Now, I say all that, and this will probably be a little bit longer than the normal Manna for the Mind devotionals I've been recording. We need to recognize that our government is not perfect. It was created for a reason. And unfortunately, that reason has been slowly decaying away. A lot of our government doesn't seem to care about its people. They care about what is right in their eyes, not what's best for us. And this is concerning, obviously. This is scary. This is life altering, life threatening. This brought up a way for me to look at our income taxes. Like I said, as a tax preparer, it got me a chance to nerd out a little bit. But it got me to look up, how is our taxes used? Why is the government fighting over the income that comes from our taxes? And how we can step up and step in. So, actually, the last thing I think I want to share with you guys, and there's more about this, plus, I include a bunch of links in this devotional that you can look into as well. So, but I actually found a breakdown about where our income tax goes to, like what does it go to fund? And what I found was like a total percent of the income tax income, you know what I meant. But 24% of it goes to health programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and CHIP. 21% goes to Social Security. 13% goes to defense and international security assistance initiatives. 13% goes to economic safety net programs, things like unemployment, food stamps, low income housing. 10% is interest for the national debt. 8% is a benefit for federal retirees and veterans. And then a combination of the 11% goes to transportation infrastructure, education, things like student aids and Pell Grants, science and medical research, and emergency and disaster relief. So, to break it down a little bit more tangibly for us, per $100 of our income taxes that we pay, $24 goes to support different health programs, $21 goes to support social security, 13% goes or $13 goes to defense, and 13 goes to food stamps, unemployment, low income housing, and more. Knowing that to me helps me look at, what do my elected representatives view? Do they support health programs? Is that more their priority, or is defense and national security more their priority? Is unemployment a top goal, or is social security a top goal? Like this breakdown has helped me realize who we can look at to support when it comes to not only our national leaders, president and everybody, but even our state representatives, our state governors, our town governors. And as we just saw yesterday with, or not yesterday, on Tuesday with Mamdani and I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but the governor for New Jersey, Virginia, that you saw people who are seeing the current leadership fail and are ready for a change. And often these core areas are going to be your central focus. So, but I went through all this. I broke down a little bit more about what the debate is between Democrats and Republicans are about the current budget situation. And I was able to tie it back to how we can help each other out today with SNAP benefits being in limbo right now, healthcare situations being in limbo right now. And talk about different ways we can help out. We can truly be the hands and feet of God in this time. So go check that out. And like I said, I have a bunch of links at the end too that you can go check out. I will say, as I have been saying, especially in the Serving Up Justice series, this is a nonpartisan viewpoint. This is all very middle of the road, so that way I'm not giving you any kind of slanted mindset behind it all. My words, my opinions might be slanted, but the actual factual information when it comes to, the breakdown of our income taxes, the discourse between the Democrats and Republicans, that is all from a nonpartisan perspective. So that's where I leave you. I apologize for it being very long today, but like I said, I get to nerd out about this kind of stuff. So I will be back tomorrow for the next Manna for the Mind. And until then, stay blessed.